Okay, recording starting. Hello everyone, I'm Miroslav Popov, and today I'm very happy to present Express Generator. The Express Generator is, let's say it is a generator, something like the generator in EA Studio, but it is designed to work offline. It requires Node.js, so you can download the latest version from nodejs.org. Just take the last version and install it. For the purpose of this meeting, I provided download links, and now I'll demonstrate how we can use the program. Then Express Generator will be included in the software distributions, most probably in the Mega Pack and Ultimate Pack. And yeah, the corresponding member can use it. When you install the program, it has a predefined strategy structure. So I put it in disk D, but the program is portable. You can put anywhere in your computer. Just you need writable locations, and most probably this folder to be writable, because the generator will write data and collections also. So I'll make a very fast demonstration, and then I'll explain what is going on. First, let's check. I have some collections. I'll delete this. Let's see. Okay, I have historical data. I'll delete also. Anyway, I'm starting from zero, no data, no collections, and I prepared some demonstration scripts because I'm on Windows. I wrote this CMD. This is before they were batch files, and now they're called CMD, but these are simple scripts for Windows. And if you're using Linux or Unix or Mac, you can write a shell script. So let's download data and how it works. Fetch download. Just click that. And it downloads premium data. Okay, the data are downloaded. It was very fast. Let's go to see what we have. Yeah, we have the latest data downloaded. How this work? Oh, but until I explain how the things works, I will start several generators. Let's start these things. I'll start with one copy, then I'll start several other.
Can I ask a question?
Okay.
So when every time you download data, does it overwrite the previous data?
Exactly. This is how it works now, because when I preset, I will set the generator to take data from some location. Imagine every morning I download fresh data and run the generator, and I want the generator to work with the fresh data. But yesterday I thought about options append to data, which is possible to append new data to the old data series. So we think about that. But currently it overrides the data, right?
Okay, so I have a question, some more questions about that. So suppose I want pound yen and I want the 30-minute data.
Okay.
But suppose I want to have two different data horizons. Do I only get one GJ and 30 data,
okay,
or can I have
so
two?
yeah, I understood. Here the script only downloads data to the data folder, but
Right.
how is in Expert Advisor Studio? The Expert Advisor Studio is not, excuse me, the data horizon and the auto sample, they are not in the data download script, but in the generator. So you can run the generator with a different auto sample and data horizon settings. So they took the same data source, but cut different parts for their calculations.
Okay.
That's why you can use a common data source and to have a different data horizon and out of sample settings.
Okay, thanks.
But okay, now this location is fixed. The data, the premium data are going to data premium, and we will have some settings for the downloaded data. But probably it will be a good idea to specify different folders. If you use data from a MetaTrader, we can make a subfolder here for a new my data. And if you use the downloaded the scripts that download data from MetaTrader, you can put in that folder. So you can use when you run the generator, you can set which data to use for generating.
Okay.
Okay.
So where did you set the dates there? Did you say the data horizon? Where is it in the files you set that?
It is not implemented yet, but how it works
Okay.
in EA Studio,
Yeah.
we have the data. EA Studio always was the same data source.
Yeah.
But then it cuts only the ones that uses in the moment for calculations.
Yeah.
This is non-destructive. The data horizon, just it was the complete file, cut out what it needs, take what it needs, and computes.
Yeah.
Then because okay, let's start. Here the programs are in this bin folder, and
Yeah.
we have two programs: gen, this is the generator, and fetch. Fetch is for downloading data. So we can work with these two. How we can use it? I opened the PowerShell in that folder. No, it's been the programs use relative paths, and it is good idea to start from the Express generator. So in order to run to download data, let's zoom a little bit. Okay. Now I write node. This is a Node.js, and bin fetch. If you're a purist, you can write it like that. But this is for we use this backslashes for in the Windows. In Linux, is this way. It doesn't matter actually. So this is not bin fetch. It runs the program that downloads data. But if I run it like that, nothing to fetch, right? Because I haven't specified what to download. So I can specify symbol Euro USD and period. Let's be period 30. Okay, it downloaded Euro M30, and the complete data set we have online for the premium data is 195,000 bars. And I also can set max bars 50,000. So it's downloaded 50,000 bars. And I can download several data with one command: USD, GPY, RSB, Great Britain Pound, USD, and I can set several periods. Let's say 5 minutes, 15 minutes, and 60.
Well, I have two questions.
Okay.
What happened to that -- period? And my second question is why would you ever want to limit? Why not just always grab whatever's available? Why would
otherwise you'd have way too much data, right? Because there's loads of symbols and loads of periods. If you just downloaded everything available, you'd just be downloading for ages and filling up your hard drive, right?
Well, not really, because your broker only exposes a certain amount of data. And the other thing is that when you actually generate, it's your data horizon that,
Yeah, of course, you're right. About the periods, yeah, exactly what Steve, what Sam said. I don't use 1 minute and 5 minutes. So why I need to download every day? That's why I specify periods. But it's not necessary to write this manually. We can write a script, and I will show how. For the
Okay.
maximum bars, if you put 0, it means no limitation. So it will take the maximum we have.
okay, no, that's fine. I was just curious.
H1, white.
Yeah, it's the same for all the H1s.
Something is, I missed something.
And up.
So period 1536. Something is not good. Okay, it worked this morning. I see. Max,
And of course, the other thing is
course.
with this we can put in our own. You could use the historical tool or download. Use the data.
Something's not
You
very
can
well.
use the data script on MT4, right, and just
Yeah,
manually put in
this
the data
is
yourself. So
this is the same data. Yes.
Yeah.
The same data. Instead of writing this manually every time, we can use settings files, and I choose to use settings files in INI format. There are several ways. I choose INI because it's very easy to read, and it allows also comments. If you use a Notepad++, this freeway editor, you can do the following. This icon opens a folder as a project. Imagine you don't have anything. You click right click, add, and go where the Express generator is installed, and you see the structure of the file system. So here in bin, I said you have fetch and gen, and I have a fetch settings in it and gen settings in it. These are master settings files, and this has the lowest precedence. But anyway, if you don't put any settings or any options, this is what the programs use. This is what I have here in fetch. Here, this the comma means comment. So these green lines you see are comments, and we can download Forex rates. It is false by default. We can download symbol info. I'll show in a moment what is this. Symbol, we set which symbols we want, and the periods we want. Time zone, if you want to make to change the time zone, we put a time zone offset in hours. Let's say 5 hours. It will be, I think, New York time at the moment. I'm not sure. And the maximum bars where 0 means no limitations. So this is the master INI file. I put some comments here. You can read it to see if you have if you need more information. I also can have my own INI files, and I can put it anywhere, but I make some examples. Here in the folder of Express Generator, I made my update INI, which I put. I want to download Forex rates. Forex rates are used in generator uses the Forex rates to calculate the profit in the account currency. And actually, the Forex rates are stored here in bin resources rs, and these are what is downloaded in the moment. So let's see. It is this number, and if I download new data, it may no, it will not change. They will change because today is Friday. FX rates true. Forex rates updated, and now it will say, okay, see the file was updated, reward, and you see the rates updated. So this is the location of the dates. Symbol info. I made the premium data service writing the historical data in binary format. So only prices, no spread swaps and other meta information. And this symbol info is necessary actually to create the data source that used by the generator. We have this file here. So how it works, when we download premium data, it downloads the prices and then it puts these settings, this information for the corresponding file. Then when you run the generator, it uses information from here. If you want, you can edit this file to put your own swaps, spreads, and other. These are the same options you have in ES Studio. Anyway, if you use this file, we have option with fetchini to download a new symbol info. Symbol info, true. Okay, it updated the file. Now, later I show you this my updating. You can name it as you want, but I'm not sure. But okay, if it's in a file, you can use this syntax highlighting from the editor. So in this custom or user settings file, I put some settings to download Forex rates, to download symbols, which periods, time zone, and maximum bars. And then I can run the program like that. Not bin fetch -- settings, and I set my settings file. And when I do it, it reads the settings file, so it's not necessary to write the options by hand. So I can make a different custom or different user settings files for the different cases.
Okay.
But also, even if I have this settings file, it's a maximum bars 100,000. I can override some options by hand. Max bars is 20,000. So in that way, we can have a custom user setting file. We point to this setting file by -- setting and the path to the file, but then we can customize it further. So what is the precedence? The options we give are the most important. They override everything. Then is the custom setting file, and then is the master one in the bin folder. So
Okay.
Yeah, any questions?
Nice.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, when I thinking how to do that in the best way, I was wondering of the format, and decided here the options to be with lower cases. If, for example, time -- zone, because with one click you can select. If you make it with dashes, you cannot select it in the editor. That's why I choose here lower. And you can copy from here and put it here. Dash. In the options, we need -- but then also it doesn't matter if it's with this how is the name of this dash or this lower dash. It doesn't matter. It is the same. Let's convert. You see, without changing the data zone, the time is the data updated to 0900. If I change the time zones with 1 hour, why? Probably it has already new data.
The times.
Let's see with 0. Probably it updated the data on the server, right? Okay.
Yeah.
It updated the data on the server.
Right.
Yeah. So the format doesn't matter. If you want to specify several values, like in the period, here in the setting file we write it with space. We don't put commas or semicolon, just put spaces and it makes array. In the options, we can do the same. Let's say period, and I write the period, and you can write several 3060, or we can use several options tags, period 30, period, okay, let's period 15, why not? 30, 30, 30, it doesn't work. Okay, yeah, okay, let's see, 15, 30. Yeah, it is working that way. We'll fix everything. Okay. Anyway, why I wanted to be able to put several, because when I write scripts, I want to arrange them better. And here in the script, this is I told you about the ini files and the options, but of course everything we write here by hand, we can put in a script. In Linux is a shell script. In the Linux is a command or batch file. And I already wrote some. Let's see, fetch download data. And this is how it looks. Actually, this is the same command, but I put it in multiple lines. In Windows, we use this symbol to tell it to start new line. In Linux, you use this backslash, I think.
So,
Yeah.
So two comments. So first of all, the dash that's below, that's called underscore.
Underscore, yeah, okay, thank you, underscore. Yeah.
Okay, and my second comment is, I'm really comfortable with scripts, okay, but I think that but it also is very error prone. For example, like this caret symbol is sort of like, I've never used that in a script.
This is for Windows. It is not my idea.
Okay, so again, what I'm wondering is what about, okay, and this is looking ahead, but what about a simple Windows app that what it does is it allows me to, use a Windows app, a GUI, to select the things I want to do, and then it composes the command line that I can just cut and paste, at a command prompt.
Yeah, it is possible to make such editor. Even it can be some app online where you put the settings and then it composes the command. It is possible to do it.
Because I think people, no, as powerful as this can be, I think, you know what? There are very few people who really are comfortable with command lines. If you ask half your users to open a command line window, I bet half of them don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, of course, I understand that.
This is aimed at the advanced users, though, right? I mean, otherwise you can just use EA Studio. Like otherwise, if you want a GUI, just use EA Studio, right?
Yeah,
I mean, this is for
how
people.
we automate? Yeah, we can automate only by script.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so but the point, it's for advanced traders, but not all advanced traders have been working. I go back to the MS-DOS days. So, but most, modern users, young people, if you have to open up like a Linux terminal or a Windows command prompt, and even you have to, if you tell them to CD to a directory or folder, it's new territory for them.
Yeah, I understand, Stevie, but this is not for such people. And how they automate? We have a reactor in EA Studio, but then how to run 3 reactors with different options? It's
Right.
a lot of clicking. Then when you close the browser, then it saves the last settings.
Yep.
Of course, you can export the settings and then a lot again, but
Okay. I'm just No, this is all good. I was just giving some feedback.
Yeah, okay, thank you. If you're not familiar, just we can write this in one line. It doesn't need to be in several lines, of course. But it also is not much prettier than that. I don't think it looks better.
No,
No, this is not look better.
right.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, go back.
Yeah, now it's
There we go.
this is what I meant. We can put one option several times, and it makes a list. Even for the symbols, it's possible to put on one line, but let's say only one. Even it looks like the
Yeah, that's
configuration
pretty
file.
nice.
This is nice, yeah. Forex rates, yes. Periods, yes. This one I want. Maximum bars, whatever, and time zone, whatever. And the important is this caret must be on the last character. Actually, this is escape character, and it escapes the new line character for the script. So, and then if you have this script, here I haven't pointed the ini file, but it's very easy to run it. Where is this? Fetch. Just click it. It works. And if you have this script, you can put it in a cron job or on the task scheduler in Windows. So you can make it to download your data every morning.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just like to add to that point Steve makes. I have a different opinion about the customization. Right? I really like this way of doing things, but you've got to find the sweet spot, because the minute you start making GUIs and all the power of this is, as Popov develops it with these kind of options, you have a really high ability to customize anything you want to do, right? Because you've got to learn a little bit of scripting and a little bit of syntax, but you can really customize things. But as soon as you start making GUIs and you start putting boundaries on what you're able to do, it's like if you've got EA Studio and you might want to do something, you can only do what's someone's put a GUI to, you know what I mean? Like there isn't a big advantage of, I know it's not accessible to everyone unless they're willing to put in a little bit of work, but it does allow the people that really want to customize things to have no limits or much less limits, you know what I mean? So I actually favor this. I would rather it be like this and very highly command driven rather than a GUI, because I know that's going to limit me ultimately. That's my opinion anyway.
And that's, that's all good. I mean, everything comes with a trade-off, right?
Yeah.
So, I was just throwing it out there.
Yeah. I see both sides, but I do like the ultimate kind of customizability of this.
I was thought about that, and what I think here in the forum, we can make a section scripts. And if user have a specific case or idea, just he can ask, and you write for him a simple script, and that's all. And the user will be possible to download the script, and you can write script for Linux, for Mac, and for Windows.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
With click, he will run it. So, okay, please guys, show me how to download these symbols with these periods. And we will write in the forum, and the user will download the script. It will click on it, and even it will be not so difficult to replace out USD if it wants that one. Anyway, but I agree with Sam that this gives us a lot of freedom and flexibility. So let's, this is regarding the historical data, but the main goal of the program is to generate strategies. Also, we can download data from this app online, historical Forex data. The data are the same, are coming from the same place. Euro Great Britain. Here we can set time zone, maximum bars, and we download the file in the JSON format. So now EA Studio, this express generator and Forex strategy builder, they use the same format So when you download, or even the scripts that we have in MetaTrader, when you, let's demonstrate that. Yeah, okay, you know it. When you download script from MetaTrader, data with the scripts, data export, we put the number of bars. Here we put spread. Yeah, for the premium data, we have to customize the spread. So this exports. It exports in the MetaTrader file, user files, MQL folder, and the data are the same. What we download, here.
Actually, can I ask another question?
Okay.
Okay, with the premium data, I notice it doesn't support all 28 Forex pairs. Like I wanted to create CAD CHF, and it turned out I had to use the export script because the premium data only includes like 20 pairs. Is there a reason for that?
The reason is that because in ES2U you can upload your own data. You download data for MetaTrader and upload, and I have about 600,000 user files, I think, uploaded already, and I made a script that checks all, and I arranged which data are used most of the people.
Okay.
And even I think I posted the statistics somewhere in the forum. What are the most used symbols? And then I choose some of them here for this. So the problem is I can expand this list, of course. Also, I want to add stocks and more commodities. The problem is that I actually don't know how useful is this for users or not, because there is no much feedback from the users. So if you want new symbols, I can edit, of course.
Pardon?
If you need different symbols, I can add these symbols to the service. The problem is that I don't know which symbols the users use, or if they use the symbols at all.
Right. No, I expected like 28, and the one of them that I wanted to use wasn't there. So I was just curious why.
Why do you expect 28?
Because there's 28 common Forex pairs.
Really, I did not know that.
Okay, like I know, like CAD, CHF, like look along. Yeah, I mean, well, okay, it's
These are different. Okay, I open Admiral markets. I think they are arranged in different way.
You see, like, okay, right, you see that there's CAD, CHF.
Yeah, major, minors.
Like major and minors, and maybe
Like crosses too, I'd say, would be
yeah.
in that. Yeah, because Euro JPY for sure. But probably you mean majors, minors, and crosses sums to 28, but probably not exotics.
Yeah,
included in that.
Okay,
No.
interesting. I haven't seen that. Okay, I will check. This is this is a different topic, but it is actually easy to do it. Just it is a matter of configuration, and I have to download the initial files, and the server I'm using it will start updating every 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So do not forget to fix this 1 hour. I think why 1 hour doesn't work. It worked 1 hour before. I broke something. Okay, let's try fetch symbol Euro USD periods 30, 60, 240.
You spelled that wrong.
Yeah. It broke because this is period. Okay. Period. No, it doesn't. What changed it? He doesn't understand it. Okay. Anyway, I'll fix. I think I make some changes in the last moment. Probably these are only in the local. Let's try only for a second, because I changed something in the README, and probably I wanted to show the period with M30H1, and probably I broke it. Let's try from here. Open terminal. Not in fetch symbol. Period 30, 60, 240. Why? What are these colors? No, it doesn't work. Okay, I'll fix it. It will be easy. Anyway, we download data in that way. Now let's start generating, which is the more interesting thing.
Okay.
I have so many windows. We have some data. These are wrong, of course. And this is correct. We see. Then let's see how to work with the generator, which is the most interesting thing. It is located here in the bin folder, and the file is called gen.js. It has its own settings file, gen.settings.ini, and it has the same options or very similar options of what we have in EA Studio. Let's open the main settings file. I also put some comments. So the generator takes historical data, and you put the relative path to the file. So when we download the premium data, the file is going to data, premium, and here. So data is the data file. Input. Here the input is empty. We use input when you want to revalidate, recalculate old collection. The generator, this gen, it works with collections. It can import collections and output collections. When the input is empty, it generates new collections. When you put some file here, my collection .json, it will import this collection, and it will recalculate it instead of generating new strategies. So to generate new, we need this to be empty. Then
can I add multiple collections?
Yeah, you can. This is very interesting, and it works very well. I'll show you in a minute. Let's first generate some, and then we'll see how to revalidate. Then we put the output, and output is because when you run the generator, it generates one collection. If you want several, we can run several copies, or to run one after the other. But okay, it puts data and outputs a collection, and you put the name. But in the output name, you can use plain name, fixed name, but you also can use placeholders. And this is an example. Server symbol period, this is the data we used. Year, month, and day, these are taken from the data file. So this is the year, month, and day of the last bar. Actually, not when the time, the day we run the generator, but the time of the data updating. And count means count of strategies. And do you remember in the beginning of the meeting, I ran several copies of a script, and it probably generated collections. Here are the collections. So what is the output? The output corresponds to this to this pattern. Then collection folder, and the name is collection server symbol. So premium data, Euro USD, M30, and the date and the count of strategies. And because I run several copies of the generator, it puts this suffix.
Right.
So it doesn't overwrite. So I already have 1, 2, 3, I have 4 collections. Each has 100 strategies. This was interesting.
Nice.
So before continuing further, let's demonstrate you how you can revalidate, because it is very interesting. So I will return here. I open my console. Let's clear. So to generate new, I write a note bind -gen, and just for generating this enough, but for revalidating, I can put input, and I can put the name of the collection I want to no. Input dot collections dot okay. So, and let's put output. This is the output name. I will set the name collection revalidated .json. Right. So in that case, instead of generating a new collection, it will take this one and it calculate this one. But which data it will use? I have to put data. It was with 30 minutes, right? Here it is, here is it 30. So it ordered the collection, ordered 100 strategies, and I already calculate. But you notice I put the data. So it means that I can load this collection and calculate it with a different data set or different period or different symbol.
Well, so wait a second. So does it append new collections to the original collection?
No, it uses the input collection to take the strategies, import the strategies, and then I set output this one, revalidated. So it took this one and created new collection.
It's the exact same as running the validator in EA Studio, essentially, right?
Yeah.
If you run the validator, you load in a bunch of collections, and only some of them make them through to the collection. You know, it's the exact same as doing the validator.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't append or merge. It just
no.
Okay.
You can. So I will delete this. I will delete this one. Okay, and now for input, I will give not the single file, but I will give the folder. And now
it does all collections.
It imported all, so it imported 400.
Okay.
And this is, I think this is the best. We can customize anything. We can customize the data. We can customize acceptance criteria. I will show. Let's now it will calculate this 400, and we'll make a new collection without destroying the old one. So the principle is not non-destructive.
Right. Also, does it validate that all the collections are the same symbol and period, or can I mess things up and maybe do Euro USD and British Pound USD or mix?
You can even now. Oops, the console, I scrolled it and the console stopped refreshing. Okay, I think it works. Why this PowerShell is okay. Anyway, if you stop with Control-C at any time, it works. Yeah, okay. And now it output this on. But these are calculated Euro USD M30, and let's try to revalidate them on Great British Pound, GBP USD. Why not? And in the name, I'll put to know the number of. I'll make like this symbol.
Oh, nice.
Period, and I'll put strategies, and I want to see the count. So I use these placeholders, and it will revalidate this 400 on GBP, Great Britain Pound USD. So actually, this is multi-market, and it outputs a new collection. Let's see. Until it calculates, let's see which options we have.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it is. That's why I, because I already discussed this with Sam. It's very powerful. You can do almost anything. You can run one after the other. You can run several in parallel. So let's see the output. Do you see revalidated Great Britain Pound M30? And why 100? It means 100 passed, but the correction is limited to top 100. So here we can put collection capacity. How much to put? 1,000?
1,000. Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah. Or you could also just set the 1,000 in your default settings, right? And it would.
Yeah,
So
you can customize with the initialization file, with the ini file. So
are there acceptance criteria?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Let's this calculate. Let's return to the options. Here in the bin folder, it calculated. Let's see how much, how many. 160. So from this 400, we have 160 that are profitable on Great Britain Pound USD.
Well, that pass the acceptance criteria you've set.
Pass the standard acceptance criteria that we have.
Yeah.
So let's see what options we have. Actually, we have the same options as in ES Studio. I want these two programs, ES Studio and this Express Generator, to be one-to-one, to have the same options. Even the name of the options are the same.
Good.
So what we have, input data, input, if it's empty, it generates new. If you put one file or several files or folder, it imports this in a revalidate. Then we have the output, and for output, you can use placeholders. They explain here in the README. I put also in the, these are the available placeholders: server symbol, period, EM on, day, hour, minute, and count of strategies. And if you think for other placeholders, you can also make, I don't know, if you decide, because that's why the file, it is easy for the output file. Okay, let's return to the, we have collection capacity. It is like in ES Studio. Initially, it was limited to 100, so it can generate 2,000, but it prunes the collection, removes the ones with the rest, with the least, according to the sorting method. Right. Here we don't have yet sorting methods. It collects only by profit. But then I will add this collection. Now they are sorted by profit, but then after that I will add the other. So if the collection is limited to 100, even if it pushes 2,000, it will have the top 100. And here is the same, but here we don't have any limitations. You can put, actually, they're limited to 100,000 internally, right? But you can put anything between 0 means no limitations and any number.
I just set my default to 10,000.
Okay, 10,000.
Go hard, yeah.
Actually, I generated 10,000 yesterday for 2 hours.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, only one script. So how the generator stops? In ES Studio, generator stops by working minutes. But this express generator can stop by maximum ascended strategies. So ascended are these that pass the validations and go to collection. It is not the count of the collected. It is that pass the validation. Maximum calculated strategies and maximum working minutes. So 0 means no limits. If you want to run the generator forever, you put zeros everywhere and run it, it will not stop. Okay.
A question. What if can I stop it hitting Control C, or does it have to end gracefully?
Yes, okay. When you stop with Control C, it stops and saves the collection. So okay. If I run, let's delete these collections. Okay, and I run it, generate. Okay, it works. Let's find some strategy. Okay, now I press Control C. I stopped it and it exported collection with 6 strategy. Yeah, this is good. Okay, so you can set a maximum calculate strategy, maximum working minutes. You can also have a user initialization file, my settings, where you can override some of the default ones. And then, okay, here I have what you have: maximum working minutes, let's make 1, collection capacity 10, minimum profit factor, minimum count of trades. Let's limit it by maximum calculated strategies, just for demonstration. 10. So how I run it? Not bin gen settings, my settings. Edit crash, because here must be not. Why he stopped? Because it calculated 10. Instead of calculating 10, I wanted ascended 10. Sorry. Actually, it worked. Ascended. I put maximum calculated, no, maximum ascended. And when it creates 10 strategies, it will stop. Also, we can use this limitation of the generator with the validation. You see, it stopped on the 10th. Even if you generate, validate a folder of collections, these limitations also are valid. So when you want to validate a big collection or big folder of collections, you have to put 0, right? To not stop preliminary. Then we have acceptance criteria. With this express generator, I wanted it to be fast. So it calculates the backtest. It one pass. It starts from the first bar. Where's my camera? Okay. It starts from the first bar and goes down to the last bar. And it calculates the statistics along the way. So we have only some basic metrics here. We don't have complex like R squared, because it wants some computation. These are the available acceptance criteria for the moment: minimum profit factor, minimum profit per day, return to drawdown, minimum count of trades, maximum liquidity drawdown. This minimum count of trades is one of the most important. Maximum liquidity drawdown. This is in currency, so the default is 10,000. And maximum drawdown percent.
Question.
Yeah.
So like max drawdown percent, what if does it have to be an integer? Can I put like, what if I were to put like 50.5, would it crash or does it do the right thing?
I don't know. Most pro, this is percent. It will not crash. I think it will not crash. 55 is too low, but let's. So I changed the original file. So
I was just curious, like whether I have to be concerned about integers and double.
No, normally, I created a own parser of these ini files, and it is public online in GitHub, and it is I make it very
Okay, no, that's
forgiving.
okay.
Let's see ini parser. It reads anything. Okay. Let another go variable 3.14, and it will make let another global variable 3.14. It works. It must work with negative, positive numbers, with floating numbers.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
If it crash, it will show some error here, and we will know. So we will be able to fix. Even you have the complete source code. This gen.js, it is unobfuscated plain JavaScript. So actually, you can hack the code. Here is everything from even I put some comments, reading the user options, reading settings. What we have, loading input collections.
Oh, so you included the magic sauce.
Because this is the actual generator is here in the library folder, but the actual engine exposes only a few public methods, like start generator, calculate correction, and accept settings. This gen and this fetch, actually the fetch is complete source code for managing data, and here probably is somewhere the bug of this 1 hour. I will fix it. Yeah, the source code is here. Even you can see here how it reads the binary data and composes the data, the premium data feed. Yeah, no problem, because I know this product is only for special users like you. It's not for everyone. So
yeah, but it gives you ultimate customization. Really, it's just
but the problem is if you change something here and I have a new version, you have to be careful to not overwrite.
Well, yeah. So that brings up a question.
Okay.
So how are you going to do updates? Are you going to send email to everybody? Are you going to say something in the forum and tell everybody to download the latest version?
I assume I have only few users of this program, probably not more than 10. So I can do that through the forum. And why can I do updates of the other? I have a news section here in the forum.
Because I mean, with one thing I like with EA Studio, I don't have to worry about updates because whenever you get an update,
it rewards. Yeah.
What about a fetch? You know how you've got a fetch script? Is there some way of doing it like that, where it fetches the new files, just downloads them?
I wanted that to have another script update.
Yeah.
Even when you
fetch.
run, fetch update. Yeah. Also, I was thinking that when you run the generator, if there is a new version, to show you a message. But then I think this is too rude. I don't want to do that because you may customize it, and I don't want intentionally to overwrite your customization.
Right.
So even you can have several copies of this. The folder doesn't matter. You can have, even if I have new version, you can run your old, and you can download the new one, put in different folder. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
for now, I will put updates. Let's say that this now we are designing the features, right? This
Right.
is not a complete product. This is this express generator is something I experimented how to make a faster generator. And just 1 week ago, I decided it can be useful for other traders. And because I know some is doing some automations, that's why I decided to make it like that.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, this is a game changer. I mean, I really like EA Studio, but one of the problems I ran into, and I was only able to solve because I saw that you had answered it on the forum, is that the web page has to be active and visible, otherwise it goes to sleep. And
Yeah, exactly. And
that
here we
was
don't
what-
have such programs.
yeah.
Let's show you something. You said you like EA Studio, and my goal is to make Express Generator and EA Studio working point-to-point accurately. So how I know this Express Generator works?
Wait, can you say that again? Like can you repeat what you just said?
From how I know, I'm sure that Express Generator are working correctly. I'm testing it by I generate strategies. This is the actual source of the Express Generator. It has a working name dgen. This is the actual source, and I have about 24 indicators already implemented. All indicators from EA Studio are about 37, but I calculate corrections from EA Studio, and here in the test folder I put these corrections, and then I have script that calculates this EA Studio generated corrections, validate with the Express Generator, and tries to match. I'll run it and I'll show you. You see, it was strategies one by one from the Studio corrections, recalculates and compares the count of trades and the profit. And these are my unit testing. So in that way, I'm sure the Express Generator works exactly how Studio works. Okay, and also, let's demonstrate. Let's what you create EURUSD M30. I will open Studio. Go to the validate. No, why validator? Just I can go to the correction, upload, go to disk T, Express Generator, collection, and I take this one, EURUSD M30, right? And it's imported. How much data this use? I think this data are, I don't know why. I don't like this. Something is not too correct. Here's the M30. How many bars I'm using here? Let's download new data. Fetch EURUSD, but I have to put symbol USD period 30 max bars 100,000. Okay, downloaded, and I don't know which options I'm using. Bin gen. Of course, I can use this by with the setting file, but anyway, data. premium data, what was Euro USD M30. I will not use any options. If I don't use any options, it will use the default. Let's generate. Okay, anyway, I tested it many times, it worked correctly. So how we generate here collections, we can revalidate these collections, and then we can use these collections in EA Studio and in for Strategy Builder. Let's say it already calculates at 38. I'll stop with Control C, and it saves the collections. And now are 42. Let's go to EA Studio. Upload this one. Okay. So when the generator finishes, well, something doesn't match actually. Do I have here some data horizon? How many? I have here. I have 20,000 bars. Okay, let's make it 100,000. So when the generator finishes, it shows some statistics regarding the top strategies, and we have an option, show top. Yeah. So when it finishes, it shows the top 10 strategies. Let's calculate 10. I'll stop it. And you see, it shows the top calculate. This is just for us for information. It also shows the strategy. For entry, we have directional indicator, and these are the logical rules and the parameters. So let's import this. This is this one to show you how I compare. Upload this one. And the top strategy is something is not correct. How many bars I downloaded? 100,000. 30 minutes.
What are you comparing? What
is that the same strategy, Popov? Click into it and see in EA Studio if it's the same strategy.
No, I see it. I see it, but the count of deals doesn't correspond. Count of trades doesn't correspond. How is possible to have 3,000?
Yeah, there's
I have
something.
2,000. This is something. Do I use a different?
What about the data horizon?
No, I downloaded data here. I fetched new data.
Yeah, you downloaded 100,000 bars here, and you've set the data horizon in EA Studio to 100,000 too, right?
Probably. Do I have some problems with the data? Let's. I'll upload this data I have here.
That's good,
yeah. Data. Because it was premium data, now EA Studio renames to my premium data to not override the original. Data. So let's go to collection and choose my premium data.
It's a totally different strategy, that one. That's momentum. That's like not the
different
same
strategy.
Yeah. You need to pass them through the validator with my premium data, and then it'll recalculate them all from my premium data.
I don't think it's necessary. Just when you import, let's see what it generated and what it shows. The first one uses top one. Is this top one? The first uses directional indicators, envelopes, and stochastic for exit. This is different strategy. This is different strategy. Why? Let's what to do? I will delete this. Let's start from 0. Did I miss something in the last moment? I test this 1 week. Okay.
You just tell everybody that it works on your machine.
No. If it works,
No, I'm kidding.
it must. Okay, let's download data. Bin fetch. Symbol Euro USD. But clearly there is something wrong because it doesn't calculate the H1 Euro USD period 30. Let's download this. I will limit to 100 bars.
Okay.
Max bars 100,000. Okay. Okay, and now I use the ini file. So not bin gen settings, my settings. Let's see what I have in my settings. I have a premium Euro USD, the same data file. Maximum work minutes 1, correlation capacity 10, max extended strategies. Okay, I don't need that at all. Correlation capacity 10, minimum profit factor 1, minimum count of trades 100, account currency USD $10,000, leverage, and some parameters for the stop loss. Stop loss used, I said do not use. So for stop loss, the options are always use, may use, or do not use. These are exactly the same as in the generator.
Okay.
Stop loss, do not use, always use, may use. Here in the script, we use the text. Do not use. I'll save this. No bin settings, my settings in. Okay. Let's generate. What can be the problem? What I changed the last moment? I know what I changed. Okay, I will not wait. I will stop it now.
Okay.
Control C. Why it doesn't stop? Okay. I have the correction. Upload. $133 deals. 133.
But that hasn't recalculated yet, right?
No, it is not recalculated yet.
No, yeah.
This is what it imports. So when you
Yeah.
import a correction, the correction contains the strategy, statistic, and information for the chart. So if you open one correction in the editor, do you see it has statistics, balance. This is balance chart information, symbols, premium data. It has also the strategy properties. So when you import the correction, it shows this is imported, this is not recalculated. When I click on it, it will go to the editor and then it will be recalculated.
Yeah.
So
Or you could click that recalculate
133
button.
deals.
Wait.
Recalculated 133.
Perfect. Yeah.
So, yes, Steve, some questions?
Oh, no, I was just gonna, what about the you checked the top one, what about number 2?
But I printed only, okay, this is the top one.
Show the top
The
2.
original one has 303 deals. When I click it, it recalculates 303.
Same. Yeah.
This one has 784. When I click it, 784.
Yeah. So it's recalculating it correct, exactly as it
So
was.
even
Yeah,
if I recalculate the correction, but when I recalculate it, I remove this resolve correlation because in the express generator I don't have a correlation analysis.
correlation.
So we have 133,303.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, this is good. And also other thing, if you have old collections calculated with studio, you will be able to recalculate with the express generator. But it will happen once we have all indicators included. So let's continue with my presentation. Okay, I already prepared some.
What will it? Quick
Yep.
question for that. What will it do now? If, because you just said if we take an existing collection we've got out of VA Studio, some of those might have indicators that. So let's say half of them have indicators that are they only have indicators that are currently implemented in ExpressGen.
Obviously, it will not work. So
it won't work for it. It won't fall over, or will it just move only the ones that do fit? Or yeah, I was just
think
wondering.
simply it will crash.
It'll crash. That's all right. It's all right. It's actually not something I was going to
So
probably
how I
do. I was
test
just curious.
How I test it, I go to tools, available indicators, and remove all indicators. And I put only the ones that are available in Express Generator. Then when I select the ones, I generate collections, put this collection in the Express Generator, and run the test, run these tests. So, if there is no match, of course, when I started, it was a month ago, and there are many differences. The difference with one trade, okay, here has 303, the other makes 302, or the profit is a little bit different, or the drawdown. And I found many little problems in both programs here, and so also problems in EA Studio, and because here the Express Generator I wrote from scratch, almost without looking the code of EA Studio. And when I compared, and if there was difference, it cannot be, right? So I found what is the difference and rectified all problems.
So I mean, they're both using JavaScript, right?
Yes.
So why can you take the JavaScript implementation and use it directly in Express Generator, or did you have to fiddle with it?
Yeah, because I wanted to make it faster. And EA Studio, EA Studio has different idea. I'll show what I mean. When you calculate a strategy, you see the balance line, the statistics, right? And you do that in EA Studio and also in the Express Generator. But then you have indicator chart with the indicator lines, and also you have a journal with the positions. So the EA Studio, it collects the indicator charts, and also it for every deal it makes a record of the deals. The Express Generator doesn't do that. Even it doesn't collect the indicators lines. I'll show you what is the difference between the indicators of EA Studio and Express Generator. So for me, it's very easy here to show you the one indicator of Express Generator. Let's say, which one? Let's be stochastic. It's a little bit some momentum, okay, because shorter. This is the calculation of momentum. And if I open the other one, also this has a custom generator. If I open the other one from the bucket, A studio application indicator store. What was this? Momentum. This is the code of A Studio, and this here. How to share it? Okay, first you see it has the logical rules, because it has user interface and you have to select the option. Then it has the possibilities for the moving for the base price, periods, level. Then this is the calculations. It has a code for composing MetaTrader code. And here we don't have anything of this.
Right.
Just it calculates signals. And that's all. No indicators, no positions. Also, other thing, but this only some programmers will understand. Now, when I use the A Studio indicators, I make a new instance of the class of the momentum class, and it calculates the indicators lines like arrays, and also the signals, and give these arrays to the backtester. On the other hand, the express generator uses shared resources. It has predefined arrays. Here, this state num A, this is a numeric array, which is predefined, and the express generator never creates new arrays. It only reuses ones in the shared state. So it greatly reduces the amount of memory and also the work of the garbage collector.
Okay.
And it also doesn't make instances of the classes of the indicators. Just it runs an indicator, and this indicator populates the signal of the predefined slots, let's say like that. So this is different way of computation, and it makes it let's say 4 times faster. For now, it can be also improved. But if you have a lot of data, let's say if you have 1 million bars, it will not see such a big difference. But the real benefit of express generator is that you can run it offline and with scripts. So you can run many instances.
Yeah. Very interesting.
I will show other experiment. I already showed to some yesterday, I think, Wednesday. Where is this express generator? I will remove here the strategies, and I created some scripts for demonstration. Let's see this one. Generate, validate.
It's the validate one's super exciting.
This one.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Oh, yeah, that one is. It's really good.
This one. I renamed it. Okay. So here it may look a little bit scary at the moment, but I explain what we are doing. Let's just ignore this for a moment, and let's see the first one. I run this carrots also. I don't like it, but this is how the Windows works, right? So I run not the gen and put my settings file, but you see I override stop loss don't use. So I wanted to generate collections that do not use stop loss. This to work 1 minute, and the output file to be collection stop loss do not use. This will be the name of the output collection. And let's show the top 1 strategy, or let's make it show top 2. Okay, it doesn't matter. After, and because I put this in one script, they run in consecutive order. First this one, when this finishes, we will run the second one. Then I run it with the same settings, but this time stop loss will be may use. So generator decides if it uses stop loss or not. And the output collection will be stop loss may use. This is the name I choose. The third one we will run with stop loss always use. I'll show the top two. So what you do, I will run each generator for 1 minute each, but I'll have 3 output correction, one without stop loss, one that has or don't have has a stop loss, and one that always has use stop loss. Then when this generator finished, this 3 generator finished, I'll run another one that will use the same data, but it will input these 3 corrections, and it will recalculate, and it will choose the top 10 of them, and the output correction will be stop loss merge.
Why did you have to use specify the date? Why for the last one did you have to fetch the data again?
It's not fetched. It's just saying what data to do it on. It's not. It's not downloading.
You're right. I can use this. I can use this one. My setting, right? It is. Yeah. Good question. So I use the same settings file, but instead of generating new collections, I import the previous 3, put them in another collection without destroying this, and show the top 10 strategies. Let's clear my it is clean, and just I will run it. It is this one. Okay, so the first one started. It loaded data, and now calculates. It will stop after 1 minute because I have this on the script to work for 1 minute, and the strategies we don't use stop loss. So this experiment will continue 3 minutes and 2 seconds. Anyway, any questions about this? Is it too scary?
No. I mean, after someone fiddles with it for 2 or 3 days, I think this is very reasonable.
Yeah, I really find this very ugly. So if you use, there are many possibilities to run Linux shells in the Windows. I very much like this Seguin. I don't know, but this is you can have a Linux console in the Windows. Also, I think they have a Linux subshell for Windows, something like that, and you can write Linux shell scripts if you're more familiar with this. But it is the same. What you can do with the script, you can manipulate folder. You can the script can create folder. You can generate correction. Then the script can take this creation and then put another folder. Then you can run another validator. Then you can run it on different data.
Yeah, no, this changes a lot.
Yeah. So what we have already, the first one finishes, the first one that do not use stop loss, and here the strategies, the 2 are printed, and the second one finishes also, may use. Okay, it prints the strategies. We can even let's see these strategies in Studio. Why not? Do not use stop loss. Yeah, I don't have stop loss. Same performance. You see here is 753 deals. After calculating 753 and no stop loss. Let's open. It has 100 strategies. Okay. Let's open the second one. The second one is may use. So some strategies will have stop loss and some will not. Doesn't have. This has a stop loss 90 pips. When you're in Studio with control and right arrow, you can cycle through the strategies in the collection, right? Do you know that?
Mm.
It's very convenient. Okay, and what happened? They finished, and now I have these three collections, and the final one that takes the top 10 of all this. So this is
Yeah.
one way we can use this software. More or less, this was what I wanted to show you. What are the main things that I was not too sure how to do? The one was choosing the correct configuration files. Of course, from the programming point of view, the easiest was to use JSON files. But the JSON, the format was not good for humans.
Oh yeah, no, Jason, are you kidding? I mean, that JSON is really hard to edit manually.
Here I have
It's great for it's great for if you've got, you can get JSON readers if you've got like you're writing code, right, that pulls out the data easily. But if you're trying to edit manually, it's horrible, and read it, it's just awful.
Here I have some probably when I show you something, I messed with the initialization file. Do you see here? And because this is the main configuration file, probably it causes some issues. So I will recover the one from the main repository.
How are you going to?
I like.
Sorry.
I like these INI files you've got. I mean, because you mentioned this before. These INI files are a great format because they're very, like you said, they're very easy to read, and they look nice. Because you just these are nice input files. The format you've got.
It was. No, it's not a problem. Just this is line wrapping. How is called that? You see. Yeah, I choose these files because I can have comments. It's much easier, and also the syntax is more or less free. You don't have
you can have lots of spaces, and I think they're very nice.
So, Popov, how are you going to implement out of sample?
Out of sample, currently we cannot do that.
What I was thinking as we're going through it is how I'm going to do it is you right now, you use the fetch and you download all the data, right? And that's all like 100 bars. But if you manually create a folder with, say, in-sample data, so you say premium in-sample data, and that starts at a certain date in the past, say that date, the end date, that's like the beginning of last year, and you say, okay, that's 100,000 bars or whatever, and then I'll create another folder that says out of sample, and it's the next data, and then I'll use your validator to generate strategies with the in-sample folder, and then run it through the validator in your, in the Express Gen using the out of sample. So how in that file you had where Steve said, why tell it that data again? Because you're just going to run it through the same data. Well, I'd have that line that says use the out of sample data.
Yeah, also it is possible. But as I said at the beginning, I prefer to download the complete data set, but then to use the auto sample only for validating, without to do not download partial data. The auto sample must be here, not in the fetch, but in the gen ini file that can in the generator, in the validator, and the options can be, for example, let's think what the options can be.
Wait, Sam, can you say that, like, how would you do the out of sample?
Well, right now, before Popov's implemented it, because Popov's saying, this is a work in progress, right? And so Popov's will implement, like I suspect, the ability to put a date, like the same how you can put an end date in EA Studio, right?
Okay.
But But right now, as it is, because I'm going to start using this immediately, right? And so, I mean, I've got it running right now. I've got 300 strategies in the you know, going right already. But I will be, you know, like, so what we do is we run the Express Gen, and it uses a folder for the data to generate the strategies, right?
Okay.
So it uses that if you go there, right, it uses that folder. So let's just say you took a copy of that folder and you had an out of sample folder. So, you know, and this isn't going to be able to use currently the fetch script, but manually you could say load only part of the data into MT4 and then export that in sample part of the data to that folder.
You have to modify this script.
But okay, so my question is, but with that in sample, basically you want that to be older than the out of sample, but right now he doesn't. Okay, but right now he doesn't have a mechanism.
No,
say,
right now we don't have. Yes, we don't. I was thinking about three options. Let's think how we can do it, because I can do it very easy, and I'm a little bit busy next 2 weeks. But then I work also. I think we can have three options in this for now. Let's say OOS bars. Let's say we can skip the last bars, or OOS %. Let's say 20%, or OOS start, and to put 2022 February 14. What do you say? So to be able to specify either with number of bars or with %, so it will skip the last 20%, or to put out a sample start date.
Okay, and then if when you specify OOS, then the in sample will not use that data.
In sample
will stop.
Yeah, in sample will be
the generator won't use it, right?
Yeah, the generator we use from the beginning of data series up to this.
Up to that date. Yeah, that's what we need. Yeah, that's all we need. But then it will. And then you run it through the validator for just the because you're not going to have a different acceptance criteria for the in sample and out of sample, right? You're just going to tell it to only do the out of, just to not use a part of the data and just check the.
Another thing, why not? Why not? If you have data horizon.
Well, actually, what couldn't you just use? So the validator has built-in OOS.
Yeah, this is the idea. It is in the validator, not in the fetch. We fetch complete data set, and here we have a data horizon. Let's say data max bars. We already have max bars, right? Let's have data start and data end. So first you can calculate with, you can use out of sample, or you can use data start, data end to calculate, let's say, from 2001 February to this one, to generate with these settings, and then you can validate with from here to here to now.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Or to do it how it is in data start, data end. Use data start.
It should be percent. It should be percent. Otherwise, then you force users to compute dates. I mean, OOS works best using percentages.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll have percent options, which can be default, and the other just put zeros. No, but for the data horizon, use data start. Probably we can print it like that. Why not? This is free format. Do you know the original INI file format doesn't allow reading spaces, but my parser allows. So why don't make it like that? Use data start true and put data. This is for data horizon. So you can.
Yeah, that's your data horizon. Yeah. But you've got your
For
OS
our sample,
percent up above.
We can have only percent. Okay, let's have only percent to be easier.
Just percent. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's
and this for
good.
in this one, this for the data horizon. What we have.
The two dates are the same. They should be different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that is just example.
It's just
what we have data horizon, maximum data bars. We already have it.
we have that already. It's in.
No, we don't have. We have only for the fetching. So we have how is set here? Maximum data bars. That is too long. Max data bars. So this to be for the I also thinking for another option, not only data bars, maximum data bars, data start, data end, also to use a trade start, because in the latest version of MetaTrader, when you put data for the back tester, it was 1 month preliminary data, and the actual trading starts from the specified date. So we can make it. We can have another option. Where the actual trading starts.
Right.
Data start 2010 05. Let's this to be the default one. Use false. End date false. Let's set. Okay, doesn't matter. What to put here? It doesn't matter. 12 31st. And trade start. I don't know. Anyway, we have to have some default parameter. In this, use state false. So these options, let's this to be the default one. Maximum bars we put how much in studio the default one. If I reset, these are the defaults. So we make it here. And if you want this to override this, just put this in your custom initialization file.
Okay.
And override options you want.
Not that file, right? This would it not be in the My Settings file? This is where you download the data. Yeah, it would be in the My Settings file.
No, you name it like you want. This is not.
Yeah, but it would be in the other one, not the. Oh yeah, My Updates. Okay, yeah.
How can I create new
I
file?
thought the My Update was a custom like fetch.
Yeah,
file,
this
right?
is for fetch.
Yeah,
but no, these are just examples.
But they're just names. Yeah. Absolutely.
Space generator. It will be, let's say, OS test.ini. Okay, and then put your OS and then run or make a command file or run it like not bin gen. What was OS test? Okay, and also the data. We have to specify data. If you want, you can specify the data here, or you can take this My Settings and compose out a sample version of this. Okay.
Yeah.
So first how to do? You have to generate with auto sample, and then validate without auto sample, or validate only the OS part. There are many options.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you used to this with for several days. It's not so difficult. But anyway, at any time, if you have any recommendations or ideas how to make it better, we will continue this discussion in the forum. And this is work of progress. Next 10 years, we'll improve it. What to do?
Wow.
Do you like these options for the data horizon?
They're great options. They're right now, they're probably the highest priority for me to be able to select the data horizon and the out of sample. Yeah.
Where I put it, my update.
Yeah, I would agree.
So these options.
Yeah, that part there is definitely really like that would be the top priority for me for those two.
Yeah. So this is not difficult to be done because I already have the same functionality in ES Studio, and this is exactly also method, also FSB Pro. Okay, let's make another demonstration. Why not? I will run.
Yeah.
How I can do it? Can I do it? Do I have? No, I wanted to show you how I can import also this collection in FSB, but have to compile the latest. I have several indicators more that I have to put in Forex Strategy Builder Professional in order to have a full match.
100, yeah.
So I need three, 4 indicators. And we have what to say? We have complete circle. We have this premium data feed. Premium data feed feeds A Studio, FSB, and Express Generator. We can create strategies manually in A Studio or to generate with Reactor, put in for a strategy builder, or with Express Generator, we can automate the process and put in for a strategy builder and in A Studio. What do you say? It will be excellent.
It's amazing. Yeah.
So we already have premium data in FSB. History data. USD download. These are the same data. Okay. Now I go to the collection and drag and drop the collection in FSB. Okay.
There you go. You got 10 in.
Yeah.
I haven't used FSB for a while. Does it now support portfolios?
No, it will not have portfolios.
No.
Portfolio is only
but there's been a lot of improvements with it for sure. Like lately, because you're doing the 4th FSB Pro 4 very soon, right? It's lately because I hadn't used it for a while, Steve, and I came back to it recently, and there've been some really big improvements and just like some slickness, because like a lot of what I like to do, often what I tried to do was like I generate in EA Studio, but I'd like to go and check that strategy in FSB Pro, and sometimes I'd create what I thought was the same strategy in FSB Pro, and it would be a bit different, and I couldn't get the kind of connection between the two. Whereas now, and also the downloading data was a bit clunkier and stuff like that. Whereas now you can drag and drop your you know you can drag and drop the data into EA Studio, like your broker data into EA Studio when you download the data from. You can do that straight, the same data, the same JSON file straight to FSB Pro now. You can drag in your collections from EA Studio straight into FSB Pro, and they match. There's been a lot of work. It's actually so big right now.
See this one.
Very nice, thanks.
It downloads data.
They're working together so much better now. It's actually hugely exciting.
Even if you go to settings and remove the data source, when you drag and drop data, it automatically creates the data source and creates the
It creates all, that was the other thing. You had to set up all the data, and it was a bit, it was just a lot more tedious, whereas now that will all come in automatically. It's actually great.
Even if you mess something with the settings, let's change the swaps, the spread, whatever. I don't know, when you drag and drop the data, you see it takes the latest one.
I think you said you were going to include the profit factor in the acceptance criteria. Did you get around to that yet?
Oh, no,
No, but that would be cool too. But yeah, it's an exciting development.
So for what now, the first thing that I think I have to fix today is importing H1 and the high time frame data from the fetch script. I will see what is messed. I will fix it very easily because it worked for sure. And I will upload new version. So please, Steve, okay, I will send you a PMs in the forum from where you can download the new version of the Express generator with the fixed data, and you can start playing with it. And next week, I'm traveling to Italy for 10 days. And when I return in the beginning of September, I return, let's say, I don't know, about 10th of September. So then I will return back to the work of Express generator. Until then, you have already experienced and ideas, what can be improved, what can be fixed. And I'm pretty sure for 2 weeks, we will fix everything.
Okay. Enjoy the gelato.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Papos, thank you so much. It's, your software, it's a joy to use. So yeah, it makes trading, I would have given up a long time ago, but I enjoy your software so much. Good.
Yeah, I'm the same. That's exactly the same with me. it's just
for me,
good software to use.
The most pressure is this the research, and the biggest pressure is that if I find something, for example, this possibility to automate, this will be huge improvement, I think. So what I think, because now we can run the generator, we can create strategies, but we are not sure which strategies are more robust. And I want to go to the next level, to have a system that can adjust the generator in order to make more robust strategies. So why I showed this script that generated 3 corrections with stop loss, without stop loss, and with may or may not have a stop loss, because I'm not sure now for the back test, yes, but after 1 month, I'm not sure which strategy will be better. And also for the other options, do you have proof that out of sample produce better strategies than without out of sample? Or if this acceptance criteria produce more robust strategies than the other acceptance criteria? We don't know, but now I can automate this. And let's say I can choose 10 configurations of the generator. And I will make this generator every day to correct new data, and every day to work, let's say 10 minutes for each configuration, and every day to have correction, 10 corrections each for this 10 different configurations of the generator. And let's do that every day. And after 1 month or after 3 months, I can revalidate these strategies and to see the percentage of the success. And that way we can find which configuration of the generator produces more robust strategies. This was my idea.
Yeah, it's a really good idea.
Actually, it would be very interesting to have a discussion about robustness, what it means, and whether even what you suggest is possible. Because I don't want to bring it up now, but I think that that because of the nature of market conditions and how different pairs trade differently at different times, that I'm not so sure that robustness is worth pursuing. Yeah, okay, I don't want to bring it up now, but I would be really interested in having a discussion about robustness and exactly what it means, and whether it's something that's achievable, and whether it's even something that's worth pursuing. Because
do you mean, when you say worth pursuing, do you mean more like just rather than necessarily being really robust, you're just more interested in what is trading well at the moment, I guess? It's
okay,
not that
so,
it needs.
Well, there's that, but also, so all these strategies are based on indicators that are based on simple algebra.
Yeah.
And there's no way. Okay, so I've traded a lot. There's no way that simple algebra can handle rare events. So usually what people mean by robustness, and especially like with Monte Carlo, is how well a strategy can survive rare events. And so one thing, I don't think it's worthwhile spending time trying to survive rare events, because rare events are rare. I'd rather have a strategy that performs well now, and whether if there's a black swan event or something like that and it craps out, so be it. It's not worth trying to survive.
For me, my interpretation of robustness is a little different, because it's not just surviving rare events. It's more just doing well in changing market conditions. It's not like just if it's robust, it can survive a really rare event. It's more that it's able to do well in differing, because as the market changes, it's still able to kind of perform okay. So it's not just those rare events. It's like,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's my interpretation of robustness. So I can see why you're saying, is robustness worth pursuing? That interpretation of robustness, possibly not. But my definition of it being kind of like not super sensitive. It's like when you take a strategy, and if you change the stop loss a little bit, suddenly the equity curve over 10 years is really bad. Well, that's not really robust. But if you could change it a bit and it stays similar, and it's not really massively changing the curve, that's my interpretation of robustness, and that definitely is worth pursuing, I'd say.
Right. Okay, but I guess my point is that, so this is simple algebra, okay?
Yeah.
And so if you try to have like one formula, okay, do you know what linear regression is?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you only have, like, if you can only draw a straight line, it won't fit all different types of data. Like, what if your data is curved? So algebra can't accommodate all different types of patterns. So what really works better is that when the market condition is ranging, you need a strategy that's good at ranging. When the market condition is trending, you need a strategy that's good at trending. There's no such thing as a strategy that will be good at both ranging and trending. You might have something that's sort of like mediocre in both, but do you want that? Do you want to always be trading a mediocre strategy, or is it better to trade a strategy, a ranging strategy during ranging markets, and a trending strategy during trending markets? I guess the point is that the strategy should adapt to the market rather than the other way around, because the other way, the market is not going to adapt to your strategy.
Well, that's often where advanced filters come in, right? Where you can use.
Actually, I get you what Steve means. Okay, if I generate strategy today and it's good and the market is trending, but after 3 months, if I want to test the robustness of the strategy, but then the market is in a range, this strategy will not show good result, and
Right.
my conclusions will be elusive, right? Wrong, because it's another market conditions. But then if the market starts trending again, the strategy also may continue to be good.
Right.
Right? Do you what you think? What you mean? Is it?
Yeah. That's exactly. But then my solution to that's typically been to add. So if you've got a strategy that's good for ranging and you can identify that, then you can maybe
With indicator.
like use a higher time frame kind of indicator or some sort of extra indicator / filter that says, well, I don't want to trade this base strategy I've got unless this filter tells me that it is a trending condition. You know what I mean? So on a longer time frame, if you kind of go, you know what I mean? Like if you just use like say for example, a simple case is often the SMA 200 when the price is above that, and also when the SMA 200 is rising, that can be on a higher time frame. Say you're trading M15, that can be quite a good indication that the general market for that pair is trending, and so you could implement that in FSB Pro. You could generate your strategies in ExpressGen, bring them in, but then you could say, well, these are good ones for trending conditions. So I'm going to add an extra filter in FSB Pro that only lets them when the higher time frame shows that there's a trending confirmation kind of thing.
Yeah, well, that's sort of easier said than done. I mean, the other thing.
Oh yeah, 100% agree. Yeah.
So I guess. Since you brought up robustness, I mean, no one talks about money management, and I think that
this is another topic.
Yeah, I think that's sort of the next level. Is that there's sort of a limitation using algebra and moving average type indicators, how far you can take them, and to get to the next level, I think there has. Well, I mean, money management is that's the one thing that I think is missing. But but that's a different discussion. So I'm gonna bid you good night. It's 5 o'clock in the morning for me, and I hope again. Thank you so much.
I only want to say that I run now the original script, not the one I prepared for upload, and the time frames work well. Okay. You see, 30, 60 to 140 minutes, limited to 100 bars, and now limited to 20,000 bars. So I will replace probably because I played a little bit with the settings. I will replace the one I uploaded. So I hope let's see if I download only 60 minutes, 20,000 bars. Yeah, it works. And if I want Great Britain pound USD, let's 2 symbols USD. Yeah, it works. Okay, probably I missed something with the script. Okay, so thank you very much for being here and for your feedback. I'll upload this video in YouTube. Also, I will replace this. We will use the same link to download the new version of the script of the program, and we'll continue the discussion in the forum. So thank you very much.
Sam, it was nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Stephen. Yeah, I was just a way to say it would be good to continue this in the forum. So please, I'm
so when I return back, we can make a weekly meeting. Discuss this stuff until we make it perfect. I mean, the Express generator. So thank you. Now I'm stopping the recording.
All right.
Nice.
I'll see you, gentlemen.